Well, St. John's native Shawn Silver and his company iDance are well known internationally as one of the top sources for traditional Irish dancing. About 4 years ago, Shawn suffered a near tragic setback when he was in a car accident and broke his back. However, as you'll see in this next piece, he came back just 6 months later with a vengeance. In the past few years, Shawn and his dancers have launched iDance Ireland, iDance Iceland, iDance Australia, and they're about to enter into new territory with the launch of iDance China. Take a look.
I was maybe 5 or 6, and I saw on CBC an Irish dancing competition when I was a kid, and I knew that that was something that spoke to me and that I'd probably eventually pursue that career. So I was on my way to a dance performance out in central Newfoundland. I had the entire day to get there. 6 p.m. we were dancing, and at 6 a.m. I left to drive. We had a little snowfall the day before. And of course, lo and behold, I hit a bit of black ice and I just lost control of that car. And it was pretty scary, I have to say. It's probably one of the most horrific things that's ever happened. But at the same time, I think you give thanks that you're alive, you give thanks that you can move forward, but you look back at it and you try to learn what could have been and understand what could have been. But I'm healthy. I certainly have a damaged back. It's a daily chore. I'd be lying if I didn't say it wasn't a daily struggle with me. I can get out and I can perform for a few minutes and 20 minutes at a time, but I leave it up to my very capable team to help me look good.
It was petrifying. I just remember this really sick feeling in my stomach, hearing about it, and it was really scary. And then just hoping every day that things were going to be okay, like you just don't know. And then, it was really quick. It was 6 months and he was back on his feet and dancing, and I was actually away dancing at the time. When I found out that he was up and dancing again, I couldn't believe it. It was just so exciting.
We thought what a great thing for us to do would be to reach out, share what we have here in Newfoundland, and sort of take the kitchen party out of the kitchen and bring it to the world stage where it rightfully belongs. So we've been working with some people in Iceland this past few years. I've done some work in Portugal. We've launched iDance Australia and iDance Ireland, and now we're looking at breaking into the Chinese market. So, a quarter or more of the world's population are very, very thirsty for traditional dance. There are shows like Riverdance, Lord of the Dance that are extremely successful down there, and to the point where they've rejigged the music for Riverdance in some of those shows to suit the Chinese audience. We're very excited. We're working with 2 companies down there, and our goal is to make our way down to China this year, open up some classes, and see what we can't do there.
I'm sure we can build a great partnership with them, and we've got lots of dancers here who would love to do a kind of exchange with them, and we'd love to send our dancers over and have some of their dancers come here as well. So I'm excited to be part of that.
Certainly with YouTube, I can videotape a dance step. I can dance it, at full speed. You can break it down piece by piece. And then if you're a dancer, really you should be able to interpret that, listen to the music, and put 2 and 2 together. It's a little more of a challenging approach, but I'm up for a good challenge, and it's an interesting way to do things, and it's a very unique concept. People around the world are looking at Newfoundland, and they're looking at what we have to offer. They're looking at our traditional culture, our history, where we are located, our proximity to Ireland. My goal is, we can all strive to be champions, but I try to instill that each of these individuals can be their own champion. Go to Aunt Peggy's wedding next year and you'll be the star on that dance floor. I believe that, all our young dancers will never be alone. They'll always have friends because they're dancers, and there's something special about that quality of movement. So it's a wonderful thing. I will continue to sit at the helm of iDance. I'll continue to teach steps. I'll continue to work on technique and market what we do to the world.
Care to comment on anything you've seen on tonight's show? Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Email telegram@thetelegram.com or find us on Twitter at St. John's Telegram. That's also our username on Facebook and YouTube, and you can find the Telegram on LinkedIn and Pinterest.